Alright, Shalom Israel. It's Russell Sullivan, Hebrew Israelite. And I went up on my page maybe a week or two ago, right? I see that this Edgar Mendez left this crap on my page. It's in my comments, right? Egyptian moon god called by the name of Yah. So just off that right there alone, I see that this dude, he do not believe in the Torah or the prophets, none of the scriptures. They left all these comments on my page, talking about a bunch of nonsense. I mean, it's some of these guys, Demetrius Simmons, shouts out to him, shouts out to, what's his name? Give me 1 second, because these dudes is, is at least battling back, Demetrius Simmons and shouts out to Judah Nash, you know what I'm saying? Because I learned a lot from this guy. And shouts out to Nimshi Ben Israel. Nimshi Ben Israel. Because these guys been fighting and battling back with that sword, looks like. You know what I'm saying? Fighting Rob Rack and this Edgar Mendex. And they've been they've been poking a lot of things about Judah Nash, because they trying to pretty much turn against him or tear him down, whatever, I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? With the Most High set up, man, you can't tear down, man. Obviously, the Most High YAHAWAHS set up Judah Nash, man. For real. These niggas talk about he on that witchcraft, and it's just because they don't understand the Torah and how the Torah works. That's all that is, man. You know what I'm saying? They probably don't even know Hebrew. I don't know if they do or not, but man, how they talk in these comments. I mean, check out one of my comments. I said, man, check out in Exodus when Yahweh brought us out of Egypt. The Torah tells you that the Egyptians doesn't know Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel, gave us the oracles. No other nation gave us the oracles to Israel, and no other nation. The Egyptians worship into many false gods and goddesses. That's why Yahweh, a.k.a. Yah, brought us out of Egypt, so we can call unto the name of Yah and give Yah the praises. Kal halala Yah Akkad. Right? Edgar Mendez said, Russell Sullivan, exactly how is the Egyptian, how is it the Egyptians were using the name Yah? Don't that make it vulgar, or are you not ashamed yet? But you don't understand that this Greek tetragrammaton, that is not the Hebrew tetragrammaton. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you know what I'm saying, just because the Greeks is calling it to Yahweh, don't mean you have to. You know what I'm saying? They may call him Yah for short and be calling him Yahweh, because that's the Greek, but that's not the Hebrew. That's not what Yah didn't give you that name. Hold on, let me go down. I said, these dudes worship into false gods and goddesses. The Most High Yahweh told us not to worship into any false idols. They claim to follow the commandments, but they don't even know the name of the Elohim Yahweh. As far as the new moon, I have to do more research and study. I heard that it is according to the new moon but the Sabbath always fall on the 7th day. That is the day Yah blessed and hallowed, Kal halala Yah Akkad. Demetrius Simmons, pass on some truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now she been Israel. You know what I'm saying? He said, laugh out loud. And then he said, hold on, praise Yah. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows it's the truth coming out. Now she been Israel. Russell said, I will give you scriptures concerning the moon. The new moon, moons mean month in Hebrew. I'm very tired. I'm going to get some sleep. I drive a bus, and I work for Metro. I have plenty of scripture hitting on that. And the 7th day, Shabbat, you can't go on creation. Then Ron Rack said, Russell Sullivan, can you name the exact day the Sabbath is? Don't tell me the Sabbath because of what this day of what don't tell me the 7th day, because what if the 7th day was Tuesday? So I would like know if the white man made Saturday the Sabbath. But we know that the Most High, he counted the days. He said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So white man didn't come up with that, you know what I'm saying, what the Most High did. You know what I'm saying? According to the Genesis, the Batter Smith, you know. What's going on? Let me get back to my page. At 5 minutes. This phone, I hate this phone because I only could put up like 6, 7 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Before I have to start up a new video. But man, thanks to the Most High that I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get back to my video real quick before I go into these scriptures. Re-sign in real quick. I'm gonna start up a new video. All right, man. I'm gonna jump over here for a minute and show you some of the stuff that they is doing. Right? What they're doing is, this is the Tetragrammaton, the Greek Tetragrammaton. Eliphas Levi Tetragrammaton, which he considered to be a symbol of the microcosm or human being, right? So this is the Greek Tetragrammaton, right? Eliphas Levi, right? Eliphas Levi is who created this Tetragrammaton. Eliphas Levi, Alfonso Louis Constant, all right? They worship this Baphomet. That's what we know, right? And this is the Tetragrammaton, where you get your Yahweh from, right? You get your Yahweh from there, right? Or your Jehovah, you know what I'm saying? Check this out. It says, look at this, satanic, man. Satanic right there. See the Baphomet on there? You know what I'm saying? It say, Lucifer's purpose is to deceive the whole world by transforming himself into an angel of light. See that? So I'm just bringing out some of this. This the Greek Tetragrammaton. It was created by Eliphas Levi, who served or worshiped the Baphomet, right? So that's where y'all get y'all information from when you talking about this Kabbalah, right? The foundation of Kabbalism is identified to Satanism. See, so that's why we don't really go to the Kabbalah, man. You understand? So y'all keep on talking about y'all Yahweh and Jesus and Jehovah or whatever, but we know these to be the Jabulon, you know what I'm saying? That's Lucifer, you know, so we don't go to the Kabbalah. We don't use Egyptology, you know, that's demonology, so we don't use Egyptology. And we also see that they also serve Jehovah, you know what I'm saying, or Yahweh or Jesus, you know what I'm saying? So we don't follow these cats, man, because they follow the Greek Tetragrammaton. Look, the Old Testament to the pagan name Yahweh, Jehovah, via the Tetragrammaton, according to the Greek Tetragrammaton. It's not the Hebrew. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. We got your Christ up here. So who is this white man posing to be Jesus Christ? His name was his name was Caesar Borgia. See there? The second son of Pope Alexander the VI of Rome. He modeled for the image of the New Age Jesus Christ, painted by Leonardo da Vinci. See, what is the real name of the Messiah? Right? We got the 1611 King James, Iesous, which means Hail Zeus. Then we also have Jesus, which means Hail Zeus. All right? And we got plenty of it, you know. I ain't got a lot of time, so I ain't finna just go into all into the whole thing. In the 1611 King James New Testament, the name Yeshua, Yehoshua appeared originally wherever the Messiah was spoken of. Yehoshua means Jehovah's salvation. See there? So Jehovah or Yahawah. See there? So it's Yahawah's salvation. Later, the Messiah name was replaced with I-E-S-U-S, Greek. See there? I-E-S-U-S is Greek, right? So that's Jesus. J starting a new English letter J, which is introduced at that time. Further, the Greek I-E-S-U-S comes from the name Zeus, the ruling god of the Greek Pantheon. Gospel of the Kingdom, true names of the title. See there? So the Jesus is the I-E-S-O-U-S. It's from Greek, Hail Zeus. See there? So we don't serve the Greeks. Uh-oh. There go your Jesus right there. Zeus. Zeus was a popular god in the Greco-Roman world. See there? And who they associated with? Hail Zeus, no more. J Zeus. That's what I was telling you guys. Is G Zeus, right? According to the Greek Tetragrammaton, that's who they serve. That's the white man's God, who is who? The devil. See there? Now we're gonna go into a little bit of the Hebrew over here. We got the Tetragrammaton. You know what I'm saying? How it's set up. See, I got it all over here in red. Yahawah, right? It says Shema, Yashara'el, Yahawah. See there? It says Eloheinu, Yahawah, Akkad. See there? So Eloheinu, Yahawah, Akkad. So, which means is Eloheinu, our God, Yahawah, Akkad. Yahawah alone, right? So we give thanks. Was it Shema, Yashara'el? No, that's Israel. Yahawah, Elanu, Yahawah Akkad. Right? All praises to Yahawah alone. All right? Yahawah. That's the Tetragrammaton. Look over here. Yahawah. Right? I still got it up here too. All right? Yahawah. I got it circled in three different spots. It's Yahawah, the Hebrew Tetragrammaton. All right? Well, I'm out of time for this video. In my next video, we're going to go right into the word. All right, shalom. Shalom, Israel. It's Russell Sullivan, Hebrew Israelite. Today, I'm coming with this message, right? Because the Most High, He tell us no images, don't worship no images. You know what I'm saying? He also tell us that He's the only, you know what I'm saying, Elohim, and there's no other Elohim besides Him, Yahawah. You know what I'm saying? So, like you see on the screen, I got up all these images. Right? So, what are we doing? Look, Yeshua, Jesus, right? So what is we doing? They're clearly two different people. So why would you show a black image? That would be your Yeshua. And then you got your white image of your Christ on the same page, right? Look, Yeshua. What would Yeshua do? What would Jesus do? See, Yeshua. All right, Yeshua was a priest. You know what I'm saying? A Levitical priest, right? Yeshua was a Levitical priest who taught Torah, right? Why they tell you just learn the commandments, and now they say you don't even gotta follow the commandments, right? They say now you saved by grace with this New Testament Christ, right? But Yeshua, he taught Torah, right? When he came out of captivity, him and his companion Zerubbabel, you know, and the companion when they came out of, you know what I'm saying, captivity under
the Babylonian captivity and they went back into Jerusalem, the Torah tells you clearly, when they went back, Yahshua and Zerubbabel, and the elders, they started to build the temple of the Most High back up, you know, and they they switched it into this Christ coming out the sky to be the savior of all, they switched it up on you, and we so deaf, dumb, and blind, like the word tell us, that we didn't even catch on, and it's hard for us to come out this paganism, right? But what we got to do, the Most High, He said, turn back, Israel, turn back to Yahweh, right? All right, let's go to Exodus 20, right? And we're gonna go to these commandments, right? All right, yeah, Exodus 20, verse 1. And Yah spoke all these words, saying, I am the king thy Elohim, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So right there we see that Egypt is the house of bondage. You know what I'm saying? That Egypt means bondage. You know? What else he say? He say he Yahweh, he is thy God that brought us out of the house of bondage. Right? Verse 3, he say, thou shalt have no other Elohim before me. So you don't put no other idols or no other gods before Yahweh. He's the only God. Verse 4, he said, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images. Any graven images. Any graven images. Right? Now check it out. He say, thou shalt not make up unto thee any graven image, right? Of any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth, right? What we got here? All these images, all these Christ images, right? Yahshua, Jesus, hold on, Jesus, right? Yahshua. They all these images of what? Right? Of what? He say, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. What is these? Right? So these are images that was in the earth, right? People that was in the earth at one time. Images. And they making them in the likeness of Yahweh. Right? Look, check this out. It's verse 5. People don't understand this law. You know, he said, thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them, for I, the king, thy Elohim, am a jealous Elohim, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and the fourth generation of them who hate me. So who hate Yahweh? That's a whole nother question, right? I'm sure we did it before, but we're gonna end up going back into that again. All right. But verse 6, he say, and showing mercy unto them and to thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Who love Yahweh and keep his commandments? That's a thing. That's another question. Right? Verse 7, he say, thou shalt not take the name of thy king, thy Elohim, in vain. For Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that take his name in vain. Right? So do not use the Most High name, Yahweh, in vain. Say, remember the Sabbath day and to keep it holy. Right? The Sabbath day. Right? 6 days thou shalt labor and do all thy work, but the Sabbath day is the Sabbath unto the King thy Elohim. In it thou shalt do no work, thou nor thou son, nor thou daughter, nor thy maid servant, nor thy nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, right? Nor thy strangers that is written with, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates, right? For in 6 days Yahweh made the earth, the heaven and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested the seventh day. So the seventh day is the Sabbath day. The seventh. You see that right there? The seventh day. Wherefore Yah blessed the Sabbath. So what is the Sabbath? Right? What is the Sabbath? It would be the seventh. Okay? And hallowed it. Right? So Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. That's why it's different, man. Right? Alright? Honor thy mother. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which Yahweh thy Elohim giveth thee. So Yahweh is who giveth you days upon the earth. 13, thou shalt not kill. Alright? So he didn't say thou shalt not kill unless you're a government, but he said thou shalt not kill. He said thou shalt not commit what? Adultery. Think about that, men. You too, women. But check it out. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Alright? So stop stealing. Right? Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. So stop lying on people. You know what I'm saying? Just starting stuff with people. That's big in the hoods. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor manservant, nor maidservant, nor ox, nor ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's, right? So niggas, my niggas, y'all always wanting something. Oh, he got some 24s. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get some 24s. See, it ain't like that. You coveting, man. Chill it out. Oh man, she fine, man. He screw up, I'ma get that. Nigga, you coveting that man girl, man. You tripping. You doing what the Most High say don't do. But you think it's cool because y'all hang out and get faded together. That ain't how it work, man. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how it work, man. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying, thoughtful in what you doing, man. Right? So that's just the 10 Commandments right there. But look, we got this whole Torah, right? Hold on. We got this whole Torah. We got this whole Torah that the Most High give us. We got the whole Torah. So you talking about learn 10 things, man. The Most High say learn this Torah and you teach this Torah, man. That's what Yeshua did, man. He taught this Torah, man. You know what I'm saying? To his people, man. So his people would live accordingly to what the Most High wanted us to do, right? So it ain't all about just the 10 Commandments. I mean, you learn your 10 Commandments and put them in your heart and in your mind. But you also do it with this Torah. You know what I'm saying? You put the Torah in your heart and in your mind, right? You mediate on his word. You study. You know what I'm saying? But right here we're gonna go a little bit into Yahshua since we have all these images. Alright? And I know everybody done heard about the Christ, the Jesus, you know. Everybody done heard about your Jesus. It's your Jesus. Your Yahshua, your black man Jesus, your white Christ. Right? Yahshua the Messiah, Jesus is the Christ. Right? Yahshua, he's hanging the cross. You know what I'm saying? You got your Jesus that be on the cross on where you at. Here go one right here. That's a Christ. That's a Christ. I think that's Christ right here with Mary Magdalene. Hold on. You got your Christ right here. Right here, your Christ. You got, let me see. You got your Herod the Great, but there go your Christ right there again. Look at this. Look at this Christ. Whoa. Whoa. Here go your Christ. Your Christ. Right? Look at this. That's St. Paul. Right? Simon. Simon Paul. Right? Look, Yeshua Yahweh. Look at this. Yeshua. There go your Yeshua. Right? Look at this. Here go your Christ. Look. Look at this. Christ. 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 Right here. Christ. Paul. What do Paul have to do with Christ? Made him up, maybe? Look. Two devils. Two devils fighting each other. What's up with all these images when the Most High said no images? That is just so crazy. He said no images of anything that is in heaven above or the earth beneath. But we have images. Look at your shepherd Christ. It's your Christ. Your Christ. There you go again. All right? Your Christ. Oh, no, that's Yeshua. He's black. That's Yeshua. Huh. They got your Yeshua right with your Christ. All right? So, Yeshua. You got your Yeshua images too. That's the main Yeshua image right here that they show. But all right, we're going to go into the scripture. Zechariah 3. Matter of fact, Zechariah chapter 3, verse 1. He say, and he showed me Yeshua the high priest standing before me, and the angel of Yah, and Satan standing. I'm sorry. I'm going to start over. He said, and he showed me Yeshua the high priest standing before the angel of Yah, and Satan standing at his right hand to resist him. So Yeshua the high priest is what they called him, standing before the angel of Yah. So Yeshua isn't the angel of Yah. He is standing before the angel of Yah, who is the angel Michael. And the Satan standing at his right hand to resist him. All right? I'm going to stop for a minute because I don't have much time with these videos. And I'm going to kick the next one right back off. So give me 1 sec. Shalom. Shalom, Israel. This is Russell Sullivan. This is like the 4th video to this video series of Yah's the only Elohim. Alright. We're going to go to chapter 6 of Deuteronomy, verse 4. We ended with that one. We're going to start back up with that one. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. Alright. And it says, hear, O Israel, the King our Elohim is one king. Right? So the King our Elohim is one king. Right? One Elohim. He say, and thou shalt love the King thy Elohim with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. So the Most High, he telling us that we have to love him with all our heart, mind, and soul. Right? All our might, all our heart, and all our soul. And you know what I'm saying? Got to realize the Most High, he says, to love him is to follow his what? His commandments. Right? So if you're not following his commandments, that's not really expressing love. You got to walk with him to show love. Say, these are the words, and these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. See there? So these words which the Most High command thee this day shall be in thy heart. Right? Verse 7, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by thy way, and when thou liest down, and when thou rises up. See there? So the Most High is showing us that, you know what I'm saying, we must talk about the law diligently with our children. And we should talk, you know what I'm saying, with them when we sitting in our house, within our gates, and when we walk about, just out about in the streets, whatever. And when you lies down, you know what I'm saying, getting ready for bed, and when you rises up, what's that? Mediate day and night. That's what he telling you right there. All right? Mediate day and night on his word, on his laws. All right? And with that, we're going to go to Genesis. We're going to go into the book of Genesis, right? And we're going to go to we're going to go to chapter 2, Genesis chapter 2, and verse 24. All right, we're at Genesis 2 and 24. All right, this is 2, Genesis. And we got to flip the page and get over here, and here go 24 right there. All right, the Most High tell us, he say, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they both were naked, and the man and his wife, and they were not ashamed. Right? So, I mean, that right there really don't have nothing to do with it. Hold on. It showed that the Most High created man and woman, made them one flesh, right? When they come together. But as far as proving this, that don't help us out. Let's go over here to Exodus 8. Exodus chapter 8. Exodus chapter 8, verse 10. And see what the Most High tell us. Exodus chapter 8, verse 10. Exodus chapter 8 and verse 10. And he said, tomorrow, and he said, it is according to thy word that thou mayest know that there is none like unto the King our Elohim. So, see there right there, he's showing us that there is none like the King our Elohim. He's the only one. But with that, we're gonna just we're gonna finish it up real quick. This is the last video of this series. Yah is the only Elohim. All right, but we're gonna finish it up over here in Deuteronomy. We're gonna go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 4. Yeah, there we go. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 35. We're at Deuteronomy chapter 4. And here we go over verse 35. And to thee it was showed that thou mightest knowest that the King, he is Elohim, and there is none else besides him. See there? So, unto thee it was showed, unto the house of Israel, it was showed that thou mightest know that the King, he is Elohim, Yahweh is Elohim, and there is none else besides him. Right? So we know that Yahweh is the only Elohim. Hold on. Give me 1 second before we close it out. All right. All right. This is the book of Leviticus. Before we close it out, we're going to end it with this. All All right. Hold on. All right. Yeah. We're gonna jump over here to verse. We're gonna start at verse 5, and he says, and he shall kill the bullock before the king, right, and the priest. Aaron's sons shall bring the blood and sprinkle the blood round about upon the altar that is by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and he shall flay the burnt offering and cut it into his pieces, right? And the sons of Aaron, the priests, right? See, this right here is showing you that the sons of Aaron is priests, right? The sons of Aaron, the priest, shall put the fire upon the altar and lay the wood in order upon the fire. See there? So the sons of Aaron is priests, and the priests, Aaron's sons, shall lay the parts and the head and the fat in order upon the wood that that is on the fire which is upon the altar. See there? So that the priests they come from Aaron. All right? Check this out. Uh and when any will offer a meat offering unto the king, his offering shall be of fine flour. He shall pour it oil upon it and put frankincense thereon. And he shall bring it to Aaron's sons, the priests. See there? So Aaron's sons are the priests. All right? The Levitical priests come from Aaron. Look at this. Wow. Hold on. All right, here we go. Verse 7. We still in Leviticus, the Levitical priest, Leviticus, right? And we at excuse me. We at chapter 3, verse 7. He says, if he offer a lamb for his offering, then shall he offer it before the king, and he shall lay his hand upon the head of the offering and kill it before the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron's sons shall sprinkle the blood thereof round about upon the altar, and the he shall offer of the sacrifice of the peace offering and offering made by fire unto the king, the fat thereof, the whole rump, and it the whole rump, it shall he take off hard by the backbone and the fat that cover the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the two kidneys and the fat that is upon them, which is by the franks and the cow above the liver and the kidneys, it shall he take away, and the priest shall burn it upon the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire unto the king. See? So we see in that the priest's sons are Aaron's sons. They come from the lineage of Aaron, right? So that's how we get to Yahshua through the bloodline of David, King David. He the lineage of David, the same as the rest of us, but he a Levitical priest because he comes through the line of Aaron, right? So everybody wasn't through that line of Aaron. So everybody cannot be a Levitical priest, right? So that's how we also know Saul or Paul to be a liar. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't come through that Levitical bloodline of Paul of Aaron when he began to try to teach. Plus, we know that James was still living, and he was the Levitical priest at that time in the Jerusalem church. All right, and with that, we would like to say shalom, All praises to Yahweh. Yahweh is the only Elohim, you know, and we cannot give his glory to another. All right, Shalom.